Mypy catch attribute error. Have been using the following code. But when I tried to run Mypy today, I got module has no attribute yomload warning. Which is true on some versions of Python. Is there a better way to write this? Edit. To be a little clearer, I know how to ignore the error, and catch the exception related to the Python 3.6 version of PyYAML not including that exception. My question is more about working with a parser. Consider these examples. I know that if you have a function that returns a more specific type, you can use a branch to force only the correct type to be returned, and the parser notices. So in situations where you handle error situations using a try/catch statement, is there a way to construct this so that the parser realizes that the attribute error is handled? So in situations where you handle error situations using a try/catch statement, is there a way to construct this so that the parser realizes that the attribute error is handled? No, there is not, I'm afraid. The problem is that catch AttributeError does not indicate where from the exception comes. So if you had the type checker can ignore the fact that it can be none, but it would have to ignore also the fact that you misspelled bar and there is no bar attribute in the object foo. See also here.
I'm assuming you're using PyYAML? In that case, the best long-term fix is probably for you to submit a pull request to types including type hints for this class. Types is a repository of type hints for standard library modules and select third-party modules. The stubs for PyYAML happen to be included within types tier. It seems PyYAML defines yomload warning within the modules _init_.py file, so you should probably add type hints for that class within the corresponding _init_.py file in types. Then you wait for the next release of Mypy. It bakes in the latest available version of types the time of release. I believe Mypy is actually scheduled to release later today, so the timing might be a bit tight if you end up submitting a PR. But worst case scenario, you'll just need to wait for another month or two for the subsequent Mypy release. In the meantime, you can just add a #type column ignore comment to that line, as suggested by Georgie in the comments. If you do this, I also recommend running Mypy with the warn unused ignores command line flag. This will help you find #type column ignore comments you no longer need as Mypy releases / improves over time.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.